Yes, it's snakes. Stick around. Hiya, folks. Old Man Grognard here. Got another module here to look at. This one is called The Snake's Heart by Brian Fitzpatrick. Now, this was originally released in 2015. This is a 2017 release for Swords and Wizardry White Box. But they've done a Mazels and Perils version now, which is, and it's really nice to look at. It's a 34-page intro module, and it is made to go with Mazes and Perils, which is great because I can probably slot it into any edition of D&D that I use, probably anything up to 4th edition or something like that. And it's 34 pages. It's an intro module, first and second level. Those are always handy to have. It's your basic swords and sorcery, the Conan type stuff, which is what I kind of like right now. As a matter of fact, this would have been a great intro module for Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. But anyway, Mazes and Perils, you're basically adventurers doing a snatch and grab from a snake cult. Kidnapped children to be sacrificed to the snake goddess. They want their kids back. So, and the whole thing of the high priest trying to bring the snake goddess back into earth so she can do her thing, whatever it is. Now, it's got some interesting things in here. I mean, it's your basic temple dungeon crawl, temple thing. And it's also got something called a combat tracker in here, which is nothing more than something to keep track of time in the dungeon for a certain reason. What I'm saying is there are certain scenarios and circumstances. I mean, you could do this with any module, with anything you write, but basically it just tells you, okay, the sacrifice is going on. You come in. At a certain point, this happens. At a certain point, one of the sacrifices is sacrificed. At a certain point, the chanting gets louder. Things like that. And it'll just take it up. It'll keep taking it up a notch. So it gives kind of some urgency to the whole situation. What I like about it is something like this is, now I've read my pile of modules that every gamer reads, beginning modules like Keeping the Borderlands stuff, where they sort of like, okay, you've never played before, here's what you do. This does it too, but in a the combat tracker is like a very, very subtle way of doing that. Saying, okay, there's a time limit here. If you don't do it, all the kids will be sacrificed. The serpent goddess are going to come to this world, and she's probably going to take it over, or kill it, or do whatever she does. Sure, her main objective is to swallow the sun. I don't get it, but hey, who gets gods anyway? Here's what the book looks like. It's a nice 2-column layout, very clear to read, nice font. Nice, I like the snake borders on the side there. This is the village that asks for your help. Nice maps, very clearly drawn. And it pretty much gives you, it's kind of episodic. And I wouldn't, I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. Here's the first battle with the snake goddess right there. And beautiful artwork. Little bit about the cult of the Serpent Queen in the appendixes. Got some new magic items, things like that to apply to that. Now, this module I kind of like because it throws some curveballs at you, even if it is an intro module. I mean, it's great to get it into the Conan feel, and you can drop. What I like about this is this plateau you can drop anywhere. You can drop it in the middle of your world. It could be a Lost World thing, because nobody gets up there, or something like that. So you can drop it in a world, or just play in that world as a sandbox. But it throws a few curves at it. It's like, for instance, the snake goddess. The snake goddess is a goddess of life and nature, but she's chaotic evil. She protects her people. She helps her people. She, she's, there's whole like villages and stuff have converted to her worship because she does stuff like help heal the sick and make the crops grow better and things like this. And what I like about it is even in a 3-point alignment system, in fact, especially in a 3-point alignment system, what I like about it is it's very insidious. Because in a 3-point alignment system, you have law, neutrality, and chaos. That's a wide berth. You don't have the good and evil going on, so you can have a chaotic person who is basically good and a lawful person who is downright evil. And what's insidious about it, she does all this to get people on her side so she can come back and eat the sun and probably eat Earth or whatever world this is on. And that's not the kind of thing you find in a beginning module every day. You could take this and, okay, you've played through it, but the whole snake goddess theme thing can go on if you want to build on this and do a sandbox with this world or have a campaign, because the PCs are going to get, she's going to get miffed at him if she can't come back and such, and she can go around doing this again. It's kind of like Marvel Comics. Everybody hates Doctor Doom as a supervillain, but in Latveria, hey, he makes the trains run on time. Yes, we are kind of oppressed and stuff, but he takes care of us. He gets us medical attention if we need it. He makes sure that we are fed and housed and things. So in his own land, he's okay. He may not be like the god, but he's seen as a just ruler. Everywhere else, he's a bad guy. Same thing with the snake cult. You can do the same thing with this. And I don't know why people, I'm sure there are other people who've done it, but I haven't seen a whole lot of, this kind of insidiousness. And it's like, take care of the people, get them on your side, then go be bad type of thing. And her poor head priest has no clue. He just wants to bring her back as fast as possible, and she doesn't want to come back that fast because she doesn't have her full power then. But he insists on bringing her back, so she's not too happy with him. Let me just put it that way. I'm not going to, spoil it for you. So it's a great intro module, but you can just like pull it apart and expand it with that kind of thinking, and just use that whole world as a sandbox. There really isn't very much about the world. There's like one intro page, I think, in here of the world of the snake's heart. Old gods don't rest well here. Among the banished from the worlds of previous ages, the goddess known as the Serpent Queen. It goes on about that. Tells you about, how she got defeated and all this other stuff. And it's just, and she wants to eat the sun to stay warm. She figures she can eat the sun. She doesn't always have to stay warm because, snakes they're always looking for a warm spot in the sun. And ensure safety of her. She wished for nothing more to ensure the safety of her people, but she was not invulnerable like her lesser brothers and sisters. She relied on the warmth of the sun. Without it, she grew cold and impotent, unable to keep her flock safe. So it's one of those bad guys with a rationale, which sometimes is good. It's kind of like Magneto. He has a rationale. It may not be good, but this is why he does what he does. This is why she does what she does. And if she's got to be evil to do it, so be it. Great. This would be fun. I'm definitely going to take this into Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. I'm just sorry I never got to start the group with this. This would have been really fun. But you can start a group with it. You can use it in your group. You should. And let me tell you where to get it. Mostly, I'm going to give you Drive-Thru-RPG and RPG Now. You get the PDF for $8.99, the print $12.99, and the print and PDF package for $21.99, but that may be on sale right now. I quote the regular price. I don't quote sale prices because, you never know when this, I never know when you're going to watch this. So, and I'll have links down there. So go get it. It's The Snake's Heart by A Lost Age Adventure by Brian Fitzpatrick, Moebius Games, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.